Oi neighbours, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Neighbours. It's I, Jerri-ellen. And today my mom's going to be cooking.
Anyway, neighbors, this is the day after making all this delicious stuff, and it all turned out very well. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and take something out of it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. I know we enjoyed eating it. First of all, I want to thank Ian Good for doing hosting this open collaboration since the beginning of the football season. And sadly, it has come to an end, and I really enjoyed very much joining in on this collaboration. It's been a lot of fun. So going forward on Sundays, I'm going to start doing, I guess, what's for supper, what's for dinner type thing, what we cook on Sundays for supper or dinner. Anyway, I wanted to make this video a bit special, make a few dishes that Ian has made on his channel. These dishes that I'm making with something else have been dishes that my husband asked me to make. Casey also asked for certain things, except for he's not here. His flight's getting in later than what I thought. So I'll have to do Casey's request on a different day. Also, I wanted to make something that for my friends in Texas, for Ian, that because he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I wanted to have it fitting for what Anadi is doing and to cook with Anadi. He's a wonderful young man, lives in Ottawa, Canada, who's asked the community to do a dish that's been on their bucket list that they wanted to make and haven't made for whatever reason or another. And I have many. So I wanted to pick something on my list that would be fitting for today, and that is Texas-style chili. We never ever made it, never ever had it, and we make a ton of chilies. And also, I know that my friend Linda from Create Linda really would have liked to have joined in. If she's feeling well, you'll see a video from her today. But she wanted to be part of the last part of the collaboration with Ian, and she hasn't been feeling well, neighbors. It's been a roller coaster for her of not feeling well. And maybe, if you could go over and show her some love, that would be great. Because, when you're not feeling good, it can get you down. So we love you, Linda. I hope that you really start feeling better soon. So let's get into this video. The first part that I'm going to do is I want to make sort of like a sauce/paste type thing to put in this Texas chili. And this is optional. All the other stuff that I'm putting in the chili is still going to make the chili awesome with or without this, but this is going to take it up another level, okay? So, I had these, so I want to use them anyway. This is Guajillo peppers. Guajillo? Anyway, I don't know how to say it, but anyway, that's what they are. And this is Ancho Chilis. There's 2 of the Guajillo chili peppers, 3 of the Ancho chilies. These are mild, they're not really hot. It's just for a nice flavor, nice smokiness, because they're dry. And they're not that old, so they're still pliable when you buy them, and they're not really dry. Like this one's a bit more dry. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut the tip. Oh man, make a mess, Jerry. And cut those off top. So I want to remove the seeds. Now I'm going to put these in a bowl, and I'm going to pour some boiling water over them to soften them, because I want to blend these in the blender, and they need to be really soft to do so. So I'm probably looking at 20 minutes or so, just until like they're really soft. I'm going to set something on it to hold it down. Let them submerged. And I'm going to be making a couple of things from Ian's channel. that Graham wants me to make the stuffed wonton, the jalapeno popper stuffed wontons. So I'm making those. And he also wants to have some spicy fries with the chili in that today. So I'm making spicy fries. And I never made a sweet tea, believe it or not. We made iced tea, but not a sweet iced tea. Like we always make like just iced tea with some slices of lemon, not sweetened. So Ian had made sweet tea on his channel, so we're gonna do that. So I said thank you. I'm doing a few things from his channel. So let's get over here. Let's just get over here. Let's get going, people. So I have a Dutch oven here, as you can see. I'm gonna turn it on. And I'm gonna drizzle some oil in there. I'm gonna turn this pan on too, because to save time, I'm getting multitasking, people, multitasking. I have 2 pounds of stewing beef, okay? They're like little cubes of stewing beef. And a pound of ground beef, okay? So, brown my ground beef in one pan and saute, or brown up my cubed beef in another pan. I'm thinking as I'm doing this. So I've researched like crazy Texas style chilies, and like there's like a gazillion. Tell ya. And there's a bowl of Texas red, I guess they call, but because I'm going to be adding tomato to mine, I don't technically think I can call it a Texas red because I'm adding tomato, but I'm making a Texas style chili, which I can add tomato or something. So anyway, I researched like crazy, and I think I came up with a combination that's going to be delicious. But we will find out together. Now I want to get some browning on this, so I'm not going to poke at it too much. Probably have to do this in stages. You don't want to crowd your pan. And I dried off my meat really well with a paper towel so that it's not full of moisture. So I don't want to steam it. I want to brown it. It won't stick so badly once it sits in the pot browning for a minute or two. You want to get some brown marks like that on it. Same with the beef, you want to get some brown marks. Here's a better example. On a medium heat. And you don't technically have to get all sides brown, just brown it up a bit, okay? So I have all my beef taken out. My chilies are still soaking, and this is a large onion. My hamburger meat is still frying. Saute that for a few minutes. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Got it down on low because there's a lot of heat in this Dutch oven. I'm going to de-seed and slice up this jalapeno and put it in there in a minute. 1 second. Okay, I de-seeded my jalapeno and I did slices like that. That was a large jalapeno. If not, I would have put in 2 small ones. More oil. One diced green bell pepper. Saute this for a minute or so. Probably like 3 minutes. Nice fried bits in my burger meat. I'm so excited to have all this today. We never had this kind of chili. Our usual, we make like so many chilies, it's not even funny. And we never had this one. It's crazy. Let's start to deglaze a bit on the bottom. I'm gonna add my beef Ooh, man, that pan is hot. All the juices with this as well. 6 cloves of garlic chopped up. You can saute that with the onions for a minute if you wanted to, but this is going to be cooking for hours. Hours, I tell you, hours. Is a tablespoon of oregano. If you have Mexican oregano, that would be great. It's a teaspoon of ground coriander. A half a teaspoon of cinnamon. A half a tablespoon of cumin. Ground cumin. 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. Oh, smoked paprika I had left. I would actually put in a little bit more if I had it. 1 tablespoon of Mexican chili powder. Or use whatever chili powder you like. I have that. So. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Baking cocoa. Unsweetened. 1 can of crushed tomatoes, 796 mils or 28 ounces. And my 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm not done yet. There's so much more, so much more. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Actually, before I put the tomato juice in, the tomato that I put in, I would have liked to add this first. Instead of flour to thicken it up, I'm using this because I just think that it'll give it more of that authentic flavor. Like 3 tablespoons of this in. Maybe 4, let's do 4. Almost 4 tablespoons. Could have fried that with the beef, but that's okay. There's not going to be rawness left in it because it's going to be cooking for quite a while. Okay, now I'm going to add 4 cups of beef broth. I was thinking 6, but I can always add more if I want to thin this out if I found it too thick later. So I'm going to do 4 right now. And probably will stick with the 4, but I'm using 4 right now. 2 bay leaves. Now, 1 second. I'm going to flip this around. Alright, now let's do this part. Let's do this. Yeah, and the drier your peppers are, if they're not that pliable, they might take a while longer to soften. So we're going to blend this up. And I'm going to use some of the juices to help blend it. Oh yeah, that'd be able to blend easily. It's tearing apart nice. I want to move some more seeds. Just to catch some of the seeds, I'll do this. I'm going to use like a half cup. I'm also going to add something to this. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chipotle sauce. If I had like a jar of like the chipotle in the adobo, I would use 1 of the chipotle peppers and a tablespoon of the adobo sauce. But I have this. I'm going to see if I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. I'm going to taste it first. Ooh, nice smokiness. Ooh, it's hot. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. Use a little bit more. So almost 3/4 of a cup. All right. Oh, so much flavor right in here. I'll just use a kitchen blender. Yeah, so I'm going to bring this up to not like a crazy boil, just to like start seeing some bubbles, and then I'll turn it down to a simmer. I'm going to put the cover on it with a little, leave a little crack open so that the sauce can thicken. And if I find it getting too thick, you know, I'll add a little bit more beef broth. Alright, so now I am like 3 hours in, and I would say almost every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I've been scraping the sides and the bottom of the pot so that it doesn't, I don't want it burning to the bottom of the pot. These Dutch ovens get quite hot. I got it on low, low for the last 3 hours. I got about another hour to go. And I'm just scraping down the sides, get all that flavor in there, and make easy cleaning for later also. So leaving some of the moisture escape to thicken that up. So when I turn these on the top of these builds, so what I got going on over here. Going to do the wonton wrappers. This video is going to be like going to the matinee, it'll be that long. They didn't have wonton wrappers at the store, so I got egg roll wrappers. Okay? Makes 24 wonton wrappers according to the recipe that Ian was using. Buttered up a muffin tin, and I am going to put the wonton wrappers in the muffin tin, and I'm going to par bake them for a few minutes till they're a lightly golden color. Okay, so let's move along. And the filling is going to be a block of softened cream cheese, a half a cup of mozzarella and a half a cup of cheddar, a can or jar, whatever, 4-ounce, 200 ml can of jalapenos. It also calls for a 1/4 of a cup of green onions, but Ian said they don't belong in jalapeno poppers. Never been to a restaurant with jalapeno poppers and that had green onions in it, and I don't think I ever have neither. And it also calls, just a 1/4 of a cup? No. 3 tablespoons is almost like a 1/4 of a cup. 3 tablespoons of green onion. And it calls for salt and pepper to taste and a 1/4 of a cup of bacon, which I don't have. So I'm going to mix, a half a cup of sour cream. Half a cup of sour cream with this, with what I got going on right there. Putting them in, back in. I filled them up, put them in. Okay. So, this has reduced down a lot and thickened, and the meat is all really tender. And got the wonton, or in my case, egg roll cups, and the spicy fries that Ian made. He put a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of garlic powder, and some seasoning salt, and tossed his fries, so that's what I did. And I'll leave a link to the iced tea that he shared. I'll leave a link to that recipe. We've been picking at these jalapeno poppers. I tell you, there's something else. They're good. A little bit of sour cream. Here you be, bud. Here you be. Onion. Oh, you know what? A little cheese.
hot.
Man, am I gonna like this?